Hi, welcome to my journey. Another day without the pitties. Of course, when I headed for the door, they almost knocked me down trying to get past me and get to the door before me. So I left the ass out. Yeah, hold on. So we're going through a special time period, according to the planetary positions in the sky. Yes. We got 3 planets in retrograde: Mercury, Jupiter, and Saturn. Right? They are all in retrograde. See, this is one of the reasons why you really need to know your chart. Like, a lot of people don't even understand, what it means when a certain planet is in retrograde. Okay? When a certain planet is in retrograde, it has a meaning, right? You have these people out here talking about, they're a Scorpio. But did you know you was a Scorpio with Neptune in reverse or with Pluto in reverse? They don't know, right? And I tried to let them know that ignorance is not a defense. It's not a defense, especially when you're trying to use angles and angels to get your way. All right, let me calm down. Hold on. So I already had me a protein drink, and with creatine, fiber, and collagen. So I know I started out my day correcto, right? And this here is a coffee mixed with a little bit of protein, and it's a cold coffee. Yeah, a protein coffee. So I'm thinking about heading to the senior center. That's where I'm thinking about going. I've been trying to do some crochet projects, but for some reason, my crochet projects, they're not coming out the way I want to. I keep dropping stitches and keep adding stitches. It's crazy. Oh my gosh. You would think I was knitting something. Okay? So this dude on a wheelchair was riding down the street as if he was in a vehicle. Okay? Good job, buddy. You getting someplace. Okay? Unlike me, I gotta force myself to get out. But this dude, he's in a motorized wheelchair and he's like he's gonna get somewhere. I gave him a thumbs up, like, yeah, buddy. You got a lot more spunk than me because, it's not even difficult to get out. And here I am, not wanting to go anywhere because it's not easy to get out. Right? I had to have some type of motivation. And I know you're asking me, you're like, well, you're out, you see, you didn't need no motivation. Yeah, I'm motivated. I'm motivated to go over here to the senior center. I'm motivated over there to see what kind of breads they got out there. Because, I done ate most of the last of the piece of breads that I had received from them from those weeks ago. Yeah, that's gone. And it didn't matter that it messed with my digestive system wickedly. I'm telling you, it was wicked the way it messed with my digestive system. Having IBS is no joke. I'm telling you. You're talking about sweating when you're going to the bathroom. Yeah. But, you know, if you don't eat any bread, you're going to be under your caloric intake. And I know some people will be like, well, that's great. No, it's not great. It doesn't feel good at all. It doesn't feel good to be under your caloric intake. Or your caloric index. So anyway, yeah. Very, very, very dynamic time in the ethers, and that will eventually come down here to 3D. It will hit us, right? It's kind of hitting us now, right? It always kind of influences us, you know, to a certain degree, but you know, we'll know when we feel the full impact of this cycle that we're going through right now. So I'm gonna try to get out, go to the senior center, see if I can get a little workout going on. You know, like I said, I am breathing. You know, if it feels as if working out triggers, you know, an asthmatic response, then I'll just stop. But I'm hopeful. I am hopeful. I've been feeling a lot of pain in my left leg, hip area, thigh, right? And that's been going on for like the last 2 days. You know, almost to the point where I was tempted to take me an aspirin or two, but I didn't. I just rested. So these little aches and pains, you know, they be popping up for no reason at all. For no reason at all. But they pop up. Right? And like, you know, like doctors say that they cannot, you know, they're not God. Okay? Doctors are not God. Right? They don't know what's ailing you. And they don't want to also admit that, you know, people can attack you spiritually. And they can. Right? I was listening to this guy last night, you know. He called himself, you know, being a sage, I guess. And he was trying to school these people into believing. He was just pondering, okay? He was pondering and philosophizing about, you know, the number 33, right? Because, you know, the number 33, it is a master number, right? All double numbers is a master number, right? All double numbers is a master number the same way a planet in its home, in its home house on the astrology wheel is a master number, a master builder, a force to be reckoned with. Anyway, okay, then he went on to say, well, if you can reach, what did he say? 5'2". If you could reach 5'2", then, you know, you could do telekinesis, teleportation. And he was letting them know that that's their goal, is to reach the 5-2, right? Because the whole thing is once you elevate, the whole goal is to elevate, to get out of this realm. To get out of this realm and to get on to the next realm. Okay? That's why you can't believe these people who are actually low vibing, that they claim to be high vibing, because if you were really high vibing, you know, you wouldn't even be in this realm. Oh, wow. You know, you just wouldn't even be here anymore. And that's how things are. Right? You wouldn't qualify for this realm anymore. You would have to go to where you qualify. If it's a higher realm, they're going to get you the hell out of here. But if somebody is actually out here doing mysterious things and they're still in this realm, they must be low vibrational. They must be tapping into lower energies. And you can mark my words on that. You can let them say, this is what Cherie said. And ask them if it's true. Y'all want to sit up here and always say, Gemini is a liar. What the hell is wrong with you? Circumstances can change. That doesn't make me a liar. Anyway, I'm going to go in here and try to do 10 minutes exercise. I don't know why I don't come and work out more often, because when I do, I feel so strong and so happy. And then I can get rewarded with some free bread. This one here is called Italian bread. Yep, this one here feels fresh. This one is onion bagel. Yeah, so I did a full body. I worked out for at least 10 minutes. And I'm kind of proud of myself because, you know, I was working my way up to a certain weight, right? And I can still do some heavy weights. So that makes me happy. It makes me happy to know that I can still do heavy weights. Because I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. That's what I should call this video. I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. Don't play with me.